Luckily, they're both named Stephanie, so I didn't even have to change her contact information in my phone. Sometimes I think that my old sister is still trying to reach me, but I don't answer calls from numbers I don't recognize. But anyway, while I was on the phone with Stephanie, she said that she just started doing yoga and she feels better than ever. She said that I should try doing it too. And I never used to take advice from my old sister, but this time I thought, new sister, new me. But when I tried yoga, I pulled a muscle in my back. It was the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life. So I tried to call my doctor, but the number must have changed because some guy answered the phone instead. I said, can you recommend something for excruciating back pain? And he said, I think you have the wrong number. And I said, listen, you're my new doctor now and I need your help. What can I do to make my back stop hurting? And he said, I don't know. Have you tried doing yoga? I was so desperate for relief, so I tried it again. And this time, the pain went away instantly. It was incredible. So I called my new sister. I said, guess what? I did yoga. And she said, that's great. How do you feel? So I thought about it. And I said, actually, I feel about the same as before. What a waste of time.
Hypothetically, and what is the meaning of life? Tell me yes or no. That was a trick question, or was it? I don't know. I don't have all the answers now. How could I when I don't even have all the questions? Ironically, I complain that I do not get sarcasm. Isn't that just great? I want to be a positive person, but that seems so unlikely. Sometimes I think my mind is playing tricks on me, therefore I'm always right. People say that happiness is a choice, but I can never make up my mind. And I know I'm getting older, 'cause now I'm old enough to remember being younger. And now I reminisce about nostalgia, 'cause it used to be better. What if the good old days never happened, but we just don't remember? The future's running late. This trip down memory lane is taking us forever. I always hear people say that money can't buy happiness. But what if I paid them off? Maybe then they'd finally shut up about it. to have a plant. It was a rescue. When I got it, it was all sunburned. But now it's dead. It actually took its own life. I had nothing to do with it. I wasn't even home. I came back from a 3-week vacation and I found it lying there lifeless. I might have been able to save it, but I spent a lot of time looking up how to perform CPR on a plant. Apparently, you're just supposed to breathe on them. I did suspect foul play at first. Then I found the suicide note. It said, "You never take me anywhere nice anymore. I wanted to be a dancer." Then I thought about the irony of a plant suicide note being written on paper. Then I wondered how a plant could even write anything without hands. So I turned the note over, and on the back it said, "Dictated but not read." So I buried my dead plant in a pet cemetery. A few weeks later, it rose from the grave. I was so terrified, I immediately killed it before it had a chance to kill me first. So now I have a fake plant. But you can't even tell, it looks very realistic. All the leaves are wilted and brown. My friend came over the other day. He said, "Your plant looks dead." I said, "Thanks. It was really expensive."
Welcome to KO Friday, you guys. I am your tech tonight. I'm Annie Dies a Lot. And before we get this show officially on the road, I'm going to go over a few things that everyone can do to help this show go nice and smoothly. The very first thing. Come on, if you're a regular here, you know the drill. If you're new, right now is the time where we ask everyone in the Zoom room to go ahead and turn on your mics and your cameras. You guys, it definitely helps. Live feedback is great. We love it. We love it. That being said, we get it. It's the internet. You might want to stay anonymous. That's fine. At the bottom of your screen, you will see a reactions button. Use that button. Use it, use it, use it. We can see it. We can see it in the chat. We can see it on your screen. And it lets us know if you're having a good time or not. So Definitely use those reactions. And for everyone over on Twitch, you guys, welcome. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you want to come be a part of the Zoom room, you are absolutely invited. It is really easy. You can go to our website, kocomedy.com, sign up for our email. You will instantly receive a link to this room and all of the rest of the rooms that we have throughout the week. Because you guys, we've got comedy going all week long. So come hang out with us. If you're here in the Zoom room and you want to see what's happening on Twitch, totally fine. Twitch.tv/Comedy Hub is where you can hang out with everyone over there, including the world's worst AI comedian. That's right. Laughing Larry is hanging out in the Twitch chat. He's AI, he's god awful. He's so bad. If you want to see how bad he is, just go ahead, say at Laughing Larry AI, then comment. He's going to try to make a joke back. Is it going to be funny? Absolutely. Maybe a little bit, but probably not. Probably not. So yes, everybody's welcome to go chat with Laughing Larry AI. You guys, we've got some really awesome comedians here tonight, and you're welcome. It's a free show. That's right, free comedy. Let's go. You're welcome, Twitch, YouTube, everyone here in Zoom. Let's go. That being said, we still ask for your support, and you know what? The best way you can do it is a totally free way. That's right. Help out their algorithm by going to Instagram and giving them a follow, you guys. During everyone's sets, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to drop their Instagram handles both on my screen and down in the chat. That's right. We're going to do that. Give them a follow. See if they have new content, if they're going to be performing near you. So many good reasons. But the best one is it helps the algorithm. It pushes them up. Come on, you guys. Hold them up. Push them up. Let's go. Let's go. Also, if you're feeling like it, we won't say no to a donation. No. We will absolutely take that. It's really easy. We do take Venmo at kgo.com. We also take PayPal, kocomelyshows@gmail.com. And if you're watching on Twitch, you guys, we take those bits as well. And tonight, you guys, we're not just going to take your money. No. It is Friday, the 13th. Every time you send a donation in, I'm going to go ahead and find some creepy Friday the 13th image to go ahead and attach your name to. That's right. We'll leave it there for the rest of the month. Your name attached to something, Friday the 13th. Let's go. You can stay anonymous if you want to. Just leave a message with your donation. And if you have your own image you want to use or you want me to search for, go ahead. Let me know when you leave that donation. I'll try to find it for you. All right, you guys, there's really only one thing left, and then we're going to get some comedy going. And that's enjoy the show, because you guys, we got a great show for you tonight. I'm very excited for it. Are you guys ready for some awesome comedy? Are we ready to go? I heard a little bit of something. I'll take it. Hey, I heard more of just a little bit of something. You guys, I think it's time. I definitely think it's time to get this show going. You guys, give it up for your first comedian, here to bring you some laughter and maybe even a little bit of joy, but mostly laughter. You guys, let's go. It is JD Stevens. That's the wrong one. There it is.
Hey, I always forget I'm supposed to turn my camera and be professional. So I just turned it. Thank you so much. I did that. I think I'm lagging. So am I okay on everybody else's screen? Just mine?
Okay.
Okay, cool. I don't care if I'm lagging to myself. I just don't want to be lagging for other people. So I'm from California. It's different out here. We don't know how to weather, is what I'm saying. Today it was beautiful. It was 72 degrees. And I got to tell you, I love 72 degrees. Okay. I don't know how to do 78 and above. So I feel like that disqualifies me from any sort of revolution that needs to take place. Also, I'm old. So there's that. Anybody else in recovery in the room? No? Okay, just me? Excellent. So that's been a trip. I am 2 years and 9 months sober from alcohol.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm in recovery. Sorry it took me so long. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm 2 years, 9 months for alcohol. I think it's 9 months. Yeah, it's 9 months. And 2 years and 9 months down to the day also for dick. Yeah, I'm very excited. I love that on my screen, it looks like I have frozen as though I need to sneeze. That's fantastic. I'm like, God, that's sexy right there. That's fantastic. Is that what Twitch is seeing? Oh boy. But yeah, no, I will say refraining from dick, you're like, maybe I'll give one of them a chance. It's been a while. And then you go on TikTok and you see everybody. I don't care if you're NB, gender fluid, non-binary, woman, or even men dating other men. If you are dating men, it is scary. Like, have you seen some of this shit? I thought true crime was as bad as it got. But it's like, listen, I just want to take a minute and we're just going to, listen, we got to put some respect on a name that I think we've dragged through the mud for far too long, okay? And that is men who cheat and leave. Let's put some respect on their names, okay? We don't give enough respect to those men. Hear me out, okay? Listen, there is so much worse. He brings home unwanted pets, aka STDs. And it's like, I didn't need crotch fish. What am I supposed to do with these? Thank you. Just leave. God, you had to give me a going away gift and it wasn't diamonds. Fuck you. I didn't ask for these. Do these lice come out? What are these pube lice? It's like, oh God, I see people like, and then I see men on TikTok going like this. She doesn't know that I have HIV. Yeah. And I'm like, I think she does now. You just went viral. I think everybody knows. Dear Lord. Like, I'm just like, oh God, no more dicks. Okay, no more dicks. I'm gonna get a golden retriever for love and affection and hugs. Okay. And I'm gonna get myself a dildo because you know who's not gonna cheat on me? Again. Yes, I did have a dildo cheat on me once with my boss, actually. My dildo fucked my boss. Without my permission. I didn't give consent. So it was kind of just like I was cheated on, I mean, I may have left it in my boss's bed, but that's besides the point, okay? Like, next time, like, I was dog sitting for someone and I accidentally left my dildo in their bed. And then when I went back, it was tucked in the good underwear drawer. Like, it was being taken care of and loved. And I was like, listen, I'm ready to throw my dildo in the trash because if I can't be happy, none of us get to be happy. Fuck you. God damn. Like, how dare my dildo go off and have a better life without me? Fuck you. Absolutely not. That is not what dildos are supposed to do. So I stole it back and I put it in the not good underwear drawer. You know that. You know. We all have that drawer, okay? We all have that drawer. So listen, I am in recovery for one other thing. Since 2016, I have refrained from voting Republican. Thank you. Thank you. I have made wiser decisions with my vote since 2016. I'm very proud of that. We won't talk about the way that my parents basically canceled my vote. We won't talk about that. Anybody else here ever been a Republican or a conservative or a conservative Christian? So, for context, I am a liberal, queer, woman of color witch. But I used to be a conservative Christian Republican. Okay. And the thing that I've come to find is the biggest difference between them. One of those groups is convinced they're God, and the other is just a bunch of witches. I'm just really glad that I did not come out as a witch in the time of Salem. I don't think that would have been a good time for me. Now, yes, there was no AC, so how the fuck am I supposed to survive? I like 72 to 76 degrees Fahrenheit, so that was just a no right there. But also, I don't know if you noticed, I'm fat, okay? Fat people float, okay? Wouldn't have done very good with those witch trials, I'm just saying. Like, I'll let that sink in for a minute. So listen, the thing that I've noticed the most, like, I have gone healthy, okay? And I gotta tell you, food is amazing and delicious until you go on TikTok. Turns out, I just need them to put worms in the meat. I'm not interested anymore. Oh, fuck. Have you seen this shit? Have you seen what's in American meat? Oh, I was so sad. I was like, wow, we're going vegetarian. So I'm down 25 pounds in the last 18 days. Thank you so much.
Yay.
Thank you. Thank you. I call it poverty.
Oh.
It turns out when you're poor, you can't afford the fattening food and the survival food. So you just go with the survival food. Noodles is a diet if you believe in yourself, people, okay? I have lost 25 pounds in 18 days off noodles. And portioning. And vegetables. And a lot of water. There was some cardio, too. Basically, I just changed my whole lifestyle. Nothing major. So losing weight is kind of a thing. I've decided I'm going for weight loss surgery, you guys. And by weight loss surgery, I mean I'm considering having my tits removed. Thank you. Listen, each one of these bad boys weighs 20 pounds. So that's practically weight loss surgery for me. That's 40 pounds. I think that counts, you know? I'm just saying. So anybody else see how successful the ocean has been at handling the billionaire situation? Like, have you seen how many of those fuckers, like, the ocean has taken down lately? I'm just saying, she's handling business very well. It's beautiful. I'm very proud. Exactly, Lorna. Right? Just saying. But it's great. It's like the ocean's been handling business, and people are like, I don't understand what's going on. Don't fuck with the ocean. She's pissed. She can't stand the bullshit. It's great. I'm really proud. As a Californian who can't swim. They say that my state is sinking into the ocean, which is fantastic, because I think that less than 1% of us actually know how to swim. It's great. Let's see. I'll go ahead and end by saying this. So I work a lot of property management. Anybody else know what that is or work property management? Yeah. Awesome. Paul, I appreciate you. So I work a lot of property management, and you see some things, okay? Like, I worked at a property for about 3 months, temping. And the kind of phone calls that I would get, grown men, and I say men because plural, because there was more than one of them that would do this, would pick up the phone to complain about the leaves. Yeah. Like I had to sit there and take this phone call from this grown man as he sat there and went, "Do you have someone handling the leaves?" Yes. Yeah, they come in a few times a week. I think they need to come in more often. Okay, what's going on? There's leaves. It's a problem. Well, we are a community with a lot of trees. It happens. I had another person who literally called me to scream into the phone that there were too many leaves in the pool to his liking, and he was about to bring his mom over. And would I please come over and fix it immediately? No, I will not. But thank you for your call. Like you just want to be like, "Oh, well, I'm so sorry to hear that. We'll get someone on that as soon as possible." But you really just want to be like, "Are you fucking for real?" I'll go ahead. The last thing I'll say is this. I think the craziest call I've ever received, right? Hands down. This woman calls. And yes, I just want to go ahead and preface by saying this was another leaves call because we got many of those. It's really nice to know what rich people think about, right? Like I work at other properties. They're like, "My toilet doesn't work. Help." This property, just rich people have interesting lives. It's interesting. But this woman calls and she's like, "Excuse me. I think your trees are diseased." Okay. What makes you say that? They're turning brown. Oh, yeah. That's fall. That's what that is. And I know that's such a sarcastic, bratty thing to say, but what the fuck else am I supposed to say to that? It's fall. And she goes, "Yeah, but that's not supposed to happen till mid-September. It's August. Would you like me to tell the leaves?" Like, what do you want from me? She called to complain that the leaves are falling too early. I don't know what you want me to do about that. But anyways, thank you. I'm JD Stevens. I really appreciate you having me.
What's up for JD, everybody? Thank you so much, JD.
Yeah, thank you.
That was great. All right, you guys. We are about to move on to our next comedian of the night. But first, shout out to a few people. Abigail Hydrangea Brown, thank you for subscribing to Comedy Hub again. We appreciate that. And you guys, like I was telling you, over on Twitch, we've got the world's worst AI comedian ever. He is the worst. You can talk to him if you say at Laughing Larry AI and then follow it up with a question. So Abigail said, "Hey, Laughing Larry AI, tell me a joke about Friday the 13th." And his response was, "Why did Friday the 13th break up with Monday? Because it found out Monday was just a bad date." He's god awful, you guys. That is not a proper joke. That's not how it works. That is not how it works. But okay, Laughing Larry, thank you. So yes, you too can experience jokes just that terrible. And you guys, I did promise earlier, anytime we get a donation tonight, I am going to attach your name to something Friday the 13th-ish. That's right. So you guys, let's see how that's looking right now. And I see a couple more just came in. So if you just, Abigail, we will get you on the next one. But here we go. You guys, give it up for William Reynolds dropping $15 on the board. William, that's right. Friday the 13th mask attached to a cat. Of course it is. Of course it is. How could it not? There it is. There it is. You guys, also Evil Dave dropping 1313. It's Evil
Nice.
Dave. It should just be on Evil Dave's face, right? But you know what, you guys? It is Friday the 13th, so also a Jason mask. That's right. It just happened. Happened. Thank you so much, Evil Dave. We appreciate that so much. And you guys, if you want your own names attached to something Friday the 13th-ish, we can do it. It's pretty easy. You guys, we take Venmo at KO-comedy. We also take PayPal, KOcomedyshows@gmail.com. And if you're watching on Twitch, we take those bits as well. That's right. And all right, you guys. That's it. That's all I got for now. We're about to go on to your next comedian. That's right, you guys. It is time. I think he's ready. I hope he's ready. He's looking pretty ready. You guys give it up for the amazing Paul Kilmer.
Oh boy, it's me again. How's everybody doing?
Good.
It's the internet's favorite comedy magician that nobody knows, but everybody knows. I've come again to KO Comedy to try and do comedy magic. So I'm going to do my lighter trick. You may have seen this me do this before. It's a handkerchief. It's a handkerchief. I don't know if anybody noticed that the lighter changed color too. I know, it's crazy. People invite me over to their houses for things like performing for their kids, but they won't pay me. They just assume that I do this for free. And I don't. Oh, Paul, why don't you come over to my Super Bowl party, but bring your playing cards. And I go to their Super Bowl party, and then I will just eat all of their snacks with no magic at all. Then I will go into their cupboards and groceries and start taking food that isn't for the party. And no one stops me, and I don't know why. A lot of people think that's a joke. There's nothing like free groceries, because people are afraid of you. But the crazy thing is that they invited me there. Now the handkerchief is yellow. Oh, God. It's going to be one of these nights again, huh, guys? Oh, man. You know what? Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Hey, guys, it's me, Paul, again. Coming to you live from KO Comedy. We're going to do some straight comedy and no magic because people don't like it anymore. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do some prop comedy until I'm going to keep doing stuff until you guys laugh at me. Because it couldn't possibly be me. I don't know if you've been to an open mic at all, but it can't be the comedian. It's always the audience. That's the first thing you learn as a comedian. It's never the comedian's fault. It's always the audience's fault. And then you end up making an inappropriate statement on Instagram and run for public office and then win because the world's weird. Because that happened multiple times, and that's not my fault. The messed up thing is that I tried to stay off the internet during the debates, and I'm sorry if there was another comedian who was going to talk about the debates, but due to the law of stand-up comedy, now no other comedian can talk about the debates, and I'm not even mad. I literally went to bed, and I woke up the next day, and Donald Trump gave every single open mic comedian gold for the next 3 years. We will be hearing about people eating dogs and cats in Springfield, Ohio. People are only going to talk about this. And you need to write him a letter and thank him. specifically comedians at open mics, and that's the only thing. Because what if he did a lot for you there? Now you guys don't have to write anything. And I wish that was a joke, but it's true. Could you imagine? Kamala Harris is sitting there trying to be like professional. She's doing a great job in the interview, and Donald Trump comes out with something like that. How do you even respond to that? You don't. You ignore the behavior. But God, it's just like there has to be some part of you just starts laughing because you're a stand-up comedian. This should be terrifying. I can't hear you, but thank you for your input. If you don't like my set, you could always contact Annie Dies a Lot at kocomedy.com. It's like, oh, I didn't know Paul did topical comedy. Well, I do it all. I do prop comedy. I write jokes. I set things on fire. I get into arguments with people at the bus station. I'm not going anywhere, guys. I'm going to be here to the end of time. For all you know, I am Laughing Larry. And leave him alone, because have you been to an open mic? Have you been to an actual, look at me, come here. Come here. Listen. No one should go to an open mic at all. I don't know your comedy scene, but if anybody ever asks you to write with them, don't do it. And you notice how none of the audience is laughing at that except comedians, because they know. I see you. Stay safe out there. There's too much true crime going around at that, and it all happening in your comedy scene for no reason whatsoever. And what do you hear? I can't get on shows. I was offended at an open mic. Well, guess what? You don't have to go there. You don't. And I'm giving you permission. Make your own open mic. Be your own open mic. Because life's too short not to be weird. Look at me. Does it look like I'm stable? Does it look like I have a well-diversified stock portfolio? Does it look like I have a boat? No, but I'm an artist, and I'll starve any way I want to. I go to open mics. People think I'm a prop comic, and they try to roast me, not understanding what a roast is. This is 3 years of pent-up rage. It is, and I don't even care, because you want to know something? We're all going to die one day. None of this matters. None of this matters. Everything's borrowed. I am nothing and everything.
Woo!
Leave Laughing Larry alone. Because here's the thing, he only exists because people type things into the internet. He's the worst of all of us, and there's nothing you could do about it. Still? And you know he would get booked over you for no reason. All right, so I'm going to do a new joke, and I'll get out of here because you didn't like anything I did. I need my microphone. So, hey, guys, did you hear about the Olympics and other things?
No.
I'm going to do some jokes about the pandemic. I'm going to get depressed to do 14 jokes about my genitalia, and Jinda hasn't said penis at all.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
I'm doing a good job. I love you, JD. Congratulations on your weight loss.
Thank you.
No, thank you, because you inspire me.
Aw.
All right, I'm actually really comfortable handing it over to the next comedian. I tried not to go over my time. I treated the show like an open mic, and I apologize. I'm going to go back into witness protection. There are a couple of things I want people to know about KO Comedy. Everybody works really hard on the show, and I appreciate you guys having me on time after time. I think this is my 30th appearance. No exaggeration. So thank you for having me back and me scream at you about open mics, even though normal non-comedian people don't know what that is. Thank you. But thank you for being there for me when I'm depressed.
Oh,
Yay. We love you, Paul.
hey,
Love you,
Paul.
guys, give it up for Paul Gilbert. Let's go.
Yay.
Go. That was great, Paul. Thank you so much. I had my mic off most of the time because there's noise over here, but I was laughing the whole time.
I believe you. You're the only one I believe. Sometimes I like to do 2 more minutes talking to you, and no one has told me not to do that, so I'm going to continue to do that.
I don't mind. It's all good with
You
me.
should. What about the other comedians?
We love
I'm
you.
I'm
fine
playing
with it.
both sides of the card.
We should have a comedian off one night.
No,
talk longer.
no, you shouldn't.
We can talk.
Comedian off is how you end up not seeing comedians anymore.
Aha.
It
All right.
seems like
we
a
won't
good
do that
idea, but
then.
no, don't ever do anything. Just stay home and be afraid.
You heard it here first, kids. Just stay at home.
Just be afraid all the time.
Be afraid, you guys. Paul Gilbert. Fantastic. You guys, we still have 2 more amazing comedians for you, but before we get there, I'm going to go ahead and give another shout out. You guys, it's happening. Let's go to the board. Let's do it. You guys, give it up for Abigail Hydrangea Brown dropping $7.13. That's right, Abigail. I know you like toads, so that went on a happy Friday the 13th toad banner. That's what just happened there. Thank you so much. Also, thank you for resubscribing to Comedy Hub. That's awesome. That's awesome. And let's see. I was looking at that. Abigail did talk to Laughing Larry. Says Laughing Larry AI, tell me a bad joke. Laughing Larry. Oh, this is Otto Dilly. This is Otto Dilly said that. Laughing Larry said, why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field.
That one's actually good. That makes
Think that one's
sense.
good? You like it? That makes a little bit of sense. But also,
Makes sense.
it's like dad joke sense.
Yeah.
I guess it's still a bad joke. Okay, he did his job. Way to go, Laughing Larry. Aye. But yeah, if you guys want to talk to Laughing Larry, just type in at Laughing Larry AI. Say what you want to say, and he'll say something of that nature back to you. All right, you guys, let's get back to it. Let's go to your next comedian. It is time. You guys, give it up for the amazing Kelly Zemnikis. Let's go.
Woo! Yay!
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Hello. It's nice to be here. If you're watching on Twitch, thanks for watching. You should come join the Zoom, not only because we're all in here, but Jinda, we're just bated breath waiting for Jinda to make a penis comment in the chat. That's what I live for now. So, he hasn't done it yet. Maybe I don't know what he's waiting for, but we're just bated breath in here. So come join the Zoom too and see what he says. I'm excited. I don't know how I made it through life doing comedy without Jinda. You know, I go to those open mic Pauls and I just want someone to shout out like penis Mike. You know, just penis. I love it. But it's nice to be here. I am Kelly Zemnikis. And I realize somebody watching tonight is probably thinking, does Kelly run a failing Etsy store? Because she kind of looks like she's struggling with the crafts. I do. You can't see the earrings on the Zoom here, but yeah, I do have some crafting vibes to me. I definitely do. I do possess a little BCE, you know. Some big crafting energy. I do. It's fine. It's I can't sew a button. I am so not what I look like. Not crafty at all. But I do have a safe word. Yeah, my safe word is I'm tired. It gives you a good idea of how I'm doing these days. I am tired. There's a lot to be exhausted by. You know, I got an email from my bank earlier saying that my visa is approaching its limit. So I wrote back and I said, "You and me both, Visa." I'm getting close to the edge. It's a lot. Or hey, maybe after the debate, maybe I should just write back and say, I have a concept of a plan on how I'm going to pay this off. If you have not seen the debate, concept of a plan is one of the greatest things I've ever heard. I'm going to use it in all my work emails. And just in general, just brilliant. So silly, so brilliant. But no, I am tired of a lot of things. I'm tired by the supportive messages that are on my menstrual products. You know, I live in Canada, and I use something called Stay Free. I don't know if that's in the States, but Stay Free in Canada, there's a little note on the pad that said it's now going to be called Carefree, which is really the silliest of names, because when I think of how I feel when I'm menstruating, I am not living my best life. I'm not carefree. There's no joie de vivre. It's those ads are just such false hope. You're so excited. I don't feel it. I don't feel it. A more appropriate commercial would just be like any scene, I think, from Bridget Jones's Diary where she's under blankets, like guzzling Haagen-Dazs. I think that would be...
Yes.
It would be a better commercial, right? With just the tagline ending always, because that's how you feel.
Yes.
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 Can't be like this. It's exhausting. It's a weird thing. I'm at a stage of life now where I'm going for mammograms. I just had my second mammogram ever.
Yikes.
Yeah, I still don't like them. Never will, guys. Never will. They're very painful. You are bent into shapes while standing, which the doctor, well, when you go for your first one, the doctor doesn't tell you what it's going to be like. You know, you're just told that it's going to hurt probably, but you're not told the specifics, right? Like my doctor sent me off to my first mammogram with the instruction that you're not to wear deodorant, which you're not supposed to. Nothing under the arm, bare arms underneath. And what they should tell you to do along with not wearing the deodorant, maybe do some stretches, you know, just get warmed up. Gosh, I mean, while we're all in that waiting room, someone lead a yoga class for fuck's sake. Just get me prepped, okay? It's just very uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. And I saw in the doctor's office, there was a sign saying that after your mammogram, your breasts might be tender, but you can resume regular activities. And I just looked at the sign and I was just thinking, well, what are regular breast activities? What? Am I using these things wrong? Is there more I should be doing? I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to like saunter over by a construction site after my appointment. I'm not sure. Weird sign. It was just a weird sign. Also, do not joke with the nurse giving you the mammogram. Don't do it. They are just there to brush your boobs. That's all they're there to do. They're not there to have fun. The nurse asked me if there was a chance if I may or may not be pregnant. You know, she said, Kelly, is there a chance you're pregnant? And I just said, I fucking hope not. The nurse just looked at me and said, it's a yes or no answer. ma'am. So I said no. But then I asked her what might regular breast activities be, and she just didn't answer. So have to figure that out for myself, I guess. So. Some nice fun news. My parents just celebrated 57 years of being together, which is pretty great. Yeah, it's a nice little number, gotta say. And so many decades together, you know, they've developed these like nightly habits, little traditions. Every couple has some habits, little nightly rituals. My parents, the favorite one I have of my parents, it's so cute. It's so cute. After dinner, they like to cozy up on the couch. They get a little romantic. And they like to slowly take off their hearing aids. It's so cute, guys. It's so cute because it signals the portion of the day, of course, where they do not care for what the other is saying. Yeah. If it is after 8, too late, Dad. Mom is off the clock. She is done. Yeah. Mom needs a massage. Dad can't hear her. It's so cute. It's so cute. There's so much shouting. They shout a lot. But all jokes aside, I do think I'm a good daughter. I have to say, I do think I'm a pretty good kid because I do see my mom and dad every single day. That's right, Twitch. Every day. I do live with them. You should know that. I do. I'm sure you've heard that old joke. Why did the 46-year-old cross the road? It's because a pandemic happened, guys. And she lost her job and she does stand-up, and across the road is where her parents live. So arguably that is not my strongest joke. Truth is my 4-year-old niece wrote that joke, so I'm going to have to talk to her about tightening it up. She's making Auntie Kelly look like an idiot. I see you, Al. I see you. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good fun in the house. It's good fun. We don't have a swear jar anymore around here. That's long gone. What we do have now is a, did I take my pills jar?
Okay.
I thought about going to the cupboard. Did I actually take the pill out? Does anyone know? I don't know. If you are not laser focused, and I don't know what age this tips over at, but if you're not laser focused when you take like a Tylenol out of the bottle, put it on your tongue, get your water, swallow the water with the pill. Just if you look away for a second during that procedure, you're fucked. I don't know why. I don't know what vortex you get sucked into, but if you look away, you are questioning everything. You know, you're like, did I do the laundry? Did I feed the cat? Do I have a cat? Like, you just don't know. You just don't know. So at the front of our house, we have a little take a pill, leave a pill jar. So if you come over, we got you. Yeah. We got you covered. Yeah, no, it's great. There's nobody in my home under the age of 46. So we are now all at an age over here where we've lost the manual on how our bodies work. Nobody knows how anything functions anymore. It's good. And as I say, getting the mammograms now. I also had to go for something recently called a vaginal biopsy. As fun as it sounds, friends, as fun as it sounds, that's where a tube gets shoved up your vagina. And my gynecologist was jamming that thing in there like she had forgotten her password. You know, it was like, is that it? Is this it? So I had to block her out for 48 hours. It's like, you're coming up with a new password, lady. So, yeah, and she did surgery. Surgery's coming. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. No, it's fun. It's fun. I like how my body is slowly breaking down as I just careen towards menopause. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm very emotional. I cry constantly. It's a wonder I haven't during the. I'm crying all the time now, but I'm trying to make the best of it. I like to play a fun game. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called Why is Kelly Crying? No, nobody knows. No one knows. It's insane. I don't get it because I also have like chronic dry eye. So clearly the water is in there. She's just being very picky about when she wants to come out of my eyes, but I don't get it. It's very confusing. And the brain fog, I tell you, it's nuts. I was wandering around the house before the show asking my parents if they had seen my teeth soap. Yeah, friends, I forgot the word toothpaste. Everyone, I didn't know what it was called. I'm 46, just didn't know what that was. But teeth soap, like I wasn't wrong, but also far from right. I was just as equally right as I was wrong. It's tough. It's tough. I'm forgetting a lot of things. I got a coffee earlier at the Timmy's across the street, the Tim Hortons. And I went up to the gal and I said, hey, could I have a black coffee with cream? And the barista looked at me. And she was like, which one do you want, dear? The black coffee? Or do you want a coffee with cream? And I was like, I don't know. That's a hard question, you know? Difficult. But she was great. As she handed me the coffee, she just took my hand and she was like, it's going to get better. The lady at the Tim Hortons has reassured me. But friends, I will close off with this. Despite this crafty look that I possess, I do not own a vision board. Scout's honor, I don't own a vision board. But I do have a hindsight collage. That's right, a hindsight collage. Because I think it's important, everyone, to keep your mistakes up there on the wall. You know, just constant reminders. Yeah. My collage is filled with a lot of pictures of Kelly with bangs. Yeah, and many photos of men with man buns. Yeah. The 90s, we all go through our phases, everyone. That was me, the man bun. Anyhow, you've been a treat. Thanks for being here. We'll send it back to Annie.
Yay! Give it up for Kelly Nickus, everybody. Let's go. Let's go. You guys, that was fantastic. Let's see, buttons. I just realized I don't have my sound. You can't hear what I'm hearing, but I did just play outro music. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, you guys. We have one more amazing comedian, but before we get there, got to give another shout out. Got to do it. So let's do it. Let's bring up the board. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see. Here we go. That's right. Remember, if you want to stay anonymous, you can. You can tell me whatever you want to be called. And so thank you so much to KO the 13th, dropping $10 on the board. That's right. That is Freddie and Jason, and they are best friends. Aw. So precious. So precious. We're going to put you right there. We appreciate that. And there is still just a little bit time left, you guys. If you want something up on the board, it is really easy. You guys, we take Venmo at KO-comedy. We also take PayPal, KOComedyShows@gmail.com. And if you're watching over on Twitch, we take those bits as well. And Twitch, listen, this is about to end. We have one more awesome comedian, and then it's going to go dark over on Twitch. But guess what? And YouTube too. However, we're going to continue the night right here in the Zoom room. That's right, we are. If you want to come be a part of it, go to kocomedyshows@gmail.com or send me a DM or Comedy Hub a DM in the chat. And we'll make sure you get the Zoom link because the after party is going down. That's right, you guys. It is going down tonight. You guys, we've got Sarah Green and Lorna Batters. We're going to play some games. We're going to have some fun. Come join us. Just come do it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah. All right, you guys, it's time for your last comedian. She has her own show right here on Comedy Hub. It is tomorrow, Saturdays at 3 p.m. Pacific. Come hang out with us for the Jackie Mo Show. I just said her name. You guys give it up for Jackie Monahan. Let's go.
Hi, everybody. What a great show this has been. And I'm so glad Kelly brought up mammograms because I want to tell my story and I want to go over there and get some pills. No, I can't. I'm sober. Sorry. But this is the story. The first time I ever got a mammogram was when I first got sober, and I would carry melatonin with me to calm me down because I was so not used to raw dogging life. Like it was just me and life with no alcohol or pot. And I carried melatonin around, but I thought like I was like, I'm a tough girl. I can handle the mammogram. And then when I had to put my boobs in the thing, I started having a little panic attack. And I said to the woman, I wasn't even in there that long, like barely at all. And I was like, can you please I'm just going to take this pill really quick. And she was like, we don't have time. And she didn't even let me, she got behind me and just like puppeted me into the machine and squished my boobs and took the thing. And I was like, after, like her arms, like, she just like marionetted me in there. And then I would like could barely breathe. And she was like, there, now you can go have a drink. And I was like, I'm sober. I can't have a drink. And she was like, oh, all of a sudden she sat down and she's like, I think I need to get sober. And all of a sudden she had all the time in the world. And she wanted to hear all about how I got sober, but she would not let me take that melatonin for my boob smash. But it really was funny how she puppeted me in. It wasn't at the time, but in retrospect, it's really funny. She was like half my height, just like, but stronger than me. And she just went behind me. Like she must do that all the time. I also wanted to thank whoever put toads on the donation board, that sexy motherfucking donation board. I can say that on here. Can I?
Yeah.
Can you say motherfucking on YouTube?
Yeah, you can.
Motherfucking toads. When I was a kid, I forgot all about this. When I was a kid, I collected toads. We had an old fish tank in the garage, and I would catch toads and put them in. And I took care of them I fed them, and I would take them swimming in my Barbie pool, but little did I know they were toads. So they were really drowning, but I thought they were swimming but none of them drowned, but they were just like trying. But I thought they were swimming. I never played with my Barbies in the Barbie pool, just toads. But anyway, so then I had 13 of them. I took care of them. It didn't smell. And then all of a sudden, there was no internet then. And I got another toad. All the toads were like normal toads, like in the book Frog and Toad. It looked like that toad. It was all the same, like they camouflage looking type thing. But then I caught one that was black with yellow stripes, and it was ugly. And I put it in the tank. And I didn't really take care of them after that because I was so freaked out by the other one. One of my lights went out. Ooh, Friday the 13th, haunted ring light, haunted motherfucking ring light. Okay. So 13 too, 13 toads. So the other toad, my mom ended up letting them all loose because I wasn't taking care of it and the garage started to really smell. But then when I got the internet, I looked up the toads and it was a poisonous toad. I would just like be freaked out all the time about this toad. But I don't understand how there are poisonous toads in Rhode Island. I got to look it up again. But I got to look it up. If anybody during my set wants to look it up, it was black with yellow stripes. It was ugly as hell. But I mean, if all toads to me had looked like that, and then I had the other toad, I might have thought that one was ugly because I was used to the other one. But something told me to stay away from it, and I did. And yeah, but there was no internet to look it up. Toads, Toad the Wet Sprocket, toads, toads. Okay. So, Kamala, that was so amazing. And I really left, I was just like glowing after I watched the beginning of the debate, and then I had a show. So I had to leave for the show and do the show. And then I came back and watched the rest of the debate. The beginning of the debate, I was a little bit like, oh God. But when I came home and watched the end, I was like, yay! Like, I just was glowing. I was so excited. Like, nobody could be happier than me about wanting a female president, and a smart female president at that. Oh my goodness. And at the same point, it's like anything but the stupidest man in the world, a tyrant, dangerous, basically the R word. We're not supposed to say the R word, but it's the only way to describe the competition. Anyway, I was so happy. And then a part of me thought, oh, the darkest part of me thought, oh, racist, really dumb. Yes, thank you. Trump is racist and very, very dumb. Yes, there are other ways to describe him. Thank you. Racist and very, very dumb. Yes. I mean, misogynist, it's all everything. Yeah, calling him the R word is a compliment, to be honest. It's a compliment. So no, he's every terrible word in the world, that's what he is. Anyway, so I was just so happy because I had been nervous that Kamala wasn't doing good. And then when I got back, I just saw her just like nail him. And a little part of me, the darkest, grossest part of me was like 1% of 1%, like 99.90% of me is like Kamala Harris. But a little speck of me was like, the jokes. They were like, jokes too, but I'm like, it's not worth it. Like, I'd rather lose all my good jokes. I still would rather have Kamala. But I just made me be like, oh my God, like I wanted to, if I could cut that part of me out that was like putting jokes before having a good president, I would have. Like, that's how. But then there are people that legit are voting for him and think it's the right thing, where it's the darkest part of me. There's no part of me that's any darker than that part I still would never vote for him. Never, ever, ever. Like, you couldn't pay me to vote for him. Like, would not do it. But the little part of me, the darkest recesses of me was like, probably my butthole was the only part. Was like, what about the jokes? But people are just like walking around voting for him. I don't get it, how that could happen. Like, how, like, what's their darkest part? Because they're like verbally just like, hey, I'm voting for him. Yay. Like, what's their darkest part? Like, their darkest part must be murder. It must be murder. I mean, I don't know. There's something there, but hopefully I never have to find it, because that will mean that, okay, Kamala is going to win. Paris, everybody. Did you notice my shirt says Paris? Thank you. Thank you. I'm making my own shirts until my shirt comes. Can you guys tell I made it? Okay, calm down, Jackie. I've started counting calories, other people's. I have to, because they won't do it. If you are what you eat, I'm Cassandra, my favorite Starbucks barista. If my ex-boyfriend is what he eats, he is an ass, because that's all he wanted to do. He wouldn't compliment me, but he wanted to go, he liked it back there. And face first, nothing else. And so he would eat my ass, but he wouldn't blow smoke up it. Oh, what a saint she is. What a saint. Every time I date men and women, every time I get in a new relationship, like something new goes on sexually. And then I stay too long because I'm like, what if I never do that again with somebody else? Like with my sponsor. I was dating this woman who was, anyway, she was really rich, and it was at the end of my drinking, and she was like paying my rent. And I was most of my female relationships, I've been the bottom. There's tops and bottoms, right? And in this relationship, I was the top. When we would be dating, we would be going on dates, and she'd be like, we're both bottoms. Who's going to top? Who's going to top? I'm like, just chill. Like, let's just see what happens. Like, we'll just fool around and see what happens. She'd be just like, I need to know, like, what's going to happen? She's like, okay, I'll top. I'm like, just wait and see what happens. And she made me so mad that I topped her really good, and I became the top. But like, as soon as I topped her, she was like such a little girl. Like, she became so quiet and just like, so it was fun topping her, because she was a pit bull, really pretty, but she owned her own business. She made 17 million one day. 2 days while we were together, she made $1 million. She's a really great businesswoman, and she had to get really tough for people to listen to her, because she's really pretty. So she just she could be soft, but she would be really tough. So I loved topping her because she was so tough but pretty. And so my sponsor wanted me to break up with her because she knew I didn't love her. And my sponsor was just like, Jackie, why are you dating her? Why? There's got to be a reason. I'm like, I don't know. I just want to keep dating her. And she was like, why, Jackie? Why? Tell me why. And I'd be like, I don't know. And finally I was like, I want to tell you. I'm fucking her with the strap on. And my sponsor was just like, I don't want to hear about that ever again. I do not want to hear about that. Because she knew her. But yeah, since then, I've never done that again. But so the ex guy I just dated did that forever to me back there. No, nothing's ever been in my butt. There never will be. I don't have a prostate. But he would eat my butt. Remember when I called it toss a salad? I like that so much better than eat ass. You're not full after. I'd never be like, hey, do you still want me to keep that reservation? Are you going to still be hungry later? I just don't think either of them work. Eating ass and tossing salad, it doesn't work. I think it should be like, I don't know. There's something better than that. Because you're not eating anything. I mean, it's a problem if you are eating something. If you're actually chewing and swallowing something, something's gone horribly wrong. Tossing salad means to throw up. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, that's Ralphie.
Oh, no.
They used to call her eating ass tossing the salad. She tossed salad. He tossed her salad. Back in the day, this is when I was younger. So it's when toads, I couldn't look up toads on the internet. And I know what else when I was younger. When I was younger, guys couldn't admit that they jerked off. They were shamed to jerk off. They would never admit it. Like you would talk to guys and be like, "Do you jerk off?" And they'd be like, "No." And now they're just like, "I can't take my hand off my dick." But the fleshlights, heated fleshlights, mechanical fleshlights. Anyway, back to me. Oh, but so back in the day, guys wouldn't admit that they jerked off. So my friend and I, we would get guys we would talk guys into jerking off in front of us. We would be fully clothed. We would make out a little bit. But we wouldn't do anything with them. But we would make out a little bit and be like, "Please jerk off for us, please." I'd be like, "Take the puppy for a walk." And we'd be like, snap the carrot. And then they would be like, no, I can't. And we'd be like, "Please." And they would do it. And we'd be like, and then we would run out of the house screaming. We would shame them. It was fun. It was really fun to shame them. Is that wrong? There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I am the #1 most humble comedian and person in all space and time. #1 most humble. If you guys ever want to know how to forgive people, we all have to forgive people every once in a while, but some people have worse resentment than others. I'm somebody who picks up a resentment and holds on to it like a pit bull. But now that I'm #1 most humble, I'm a lot better at it. But I learned how. You have to want the person that you have the resentment, you have to want them to have what you want. And it's awesome. The great loophole in that is if you want a spiritual awakening, which I do want a spiritual awakening with all my heart and soul. And so I can just hope and pray that with all my heart and soul, the person I resent, like even that president, I won't even say the name because I don't want to put it into the ether. Like I'll hope for that one to have a spiritual awakening. But there's 2 ways to have a spiritual awakening: in the living and dying. So I can hope that he has a spiritual awakening and he'll end up dying, or he'll have a real spiritual awakening. Wouldn't that be so funny? Picture him spiritually awake. It's so funny. It would be a great cartoon. Him spiritually awake. But so it's the best loophole. You heard it here first. But the whole thing is you have to really want them to have a living spiritual. You can't jump it and like, I hope he has a spiritual awakening and dies. You can't do that. You have to legit really want them to have a spiritual awakening. So the way it works. I'm going to leave you guys. I told you I was humble. I told you about the blow smoke. I told you about the toads. I also want to tell you that men have the best excuse in the world. They're like, I wasn't thinking with this head. I was thinking with this one, and all is forgiven. So if I said anything that offended anybody, I didn't say it with these lips. Said it with these. Thank you. That's the name of my album, and you can download my special on Amazon called These Lips. These Lips. Thank you, everybody. I had so much fun. Thank you.
That's for Jackie Monahan.
Yes, Harris.
Thank you so much, Jackie. That was great. We did have some comments though, some questions in the chat. Groove Salad wants to know if you gave any of your toads names.
I don't remember. I must have. I think I did in the very beginning, and then I just got overwhelmed. I had so many.
Oh no!
I'll have to ask my mom. I'll get back to you. If you come tomorrow to the Jackie Mo show, I'll let you know what my mom says.
You guys, you heard it here first. Tomorrow, Jackie Mo show, 3 p.m. Pacific.
We're gonna have so much fun, and I have a guest, Serafina Costanza.
Oh, Serafina! Awesome, very cool. All right, you guys, it's about that time.
And Annie, you're the host.
Am I hosting? Okay.
You're hosting. Lisa has she's doing something perverted.
Oh.
Well, you guys, I'll be there tomorrow too.
She's doing a storytelling show, and it's like a sexy topic.
That's
I'm
awesome.
like, she's doing something. She's in an orgy. Oh, I forgot my
I
orgy.
need a copy of that. I need it. But yeah,
I know.
Tomorrow, 3 p.m. Jackie will be there. I'll be there, and Serafina will be there too. So let's go. Twitch and YouTube, we are about to say good night to you. But if you want to come hang out in the Zoom room, you can. It's really easy. Just go to, there it is, kocomedy.com. Sign up for that email. You should receive the link for this Zoom room. We're going to have the after party with Lorna Batters. It's going down. So yeah, you guys have an amazing night. We will see you on the next one. Good night, everybody.